Alright, well today I'm gonna go ahead and add the gauze to the mold. Actually, this is cheesecloth. My wife had a whole ton of cheesecloth handy, so I figured I'd use that than waste some gauze. But you can just use, regular gauze too for reinforcing your molds. And one thing you don't want to do when you put your gauze or cheesecloth on this, regardless of how your mold is shaped or what you're trying to cast, you don't want to stretch your gauze out like that. Okay, you don't want to stretch it as you put it on, or wrap it around tightly and stretch it. I made that mistake with my first iteration of my bridge pier, and I think I was so disgusted with the mold itself, and I just threw the whole darn thing out. But I kept one of the castings, and this is what I ended up with. I mean, I wrapped the mold, the cheesecloth around the die, and there's enough elasticity on it is that it just twisted the mold as it dried. And so yeah, I ended up with this little malformed creature. So what you want to do is just cut the piece to size and just lay it on there and work the rubber into the fabric. I'm just going to coat this with some rubber first. Get some on there, undercoat, and this is probably going to take a couple of days to dry. When you add the cheesecloth, when you get to the cheesecloth phase, it'll take a little bit longer for everything to dry, because you're basically putting more of this, a whole lot more of this stuff on. Okay, I've coated my mold. I'm just going to take the cheesecloth and, whoops, just lay it on there like that. Might add a little bit more. So just do it that way, and just work the latex rubber into it. Just use generous amounts. I'm going to have to cut another piece. Get the rest of this. I don't think I cut a big enough piece, but it's not a big deal. Just it's a very generous amount. Like that. There. I think I will cut another strip. Just a little bit more coverage on this, comprehensive, but it doesn't take a lot. It doesn't take a lot of gauze or cheesecloth, whatever you use. Just full layers. This is just kind of folded over. I think it's like folded over 3 times, so that's plenty. And just lay it on top. Any excess gauze you can always trim off the sides there. Now I've got a generous amount of this silicone rubber. Got a generous amount of this latex rubber on here. So this is going to take, good grief, maybe even 3 days to dry, the amount I've been glopping on. So just make sure your gauze is saturated. So there. There. Put this out to dry, and we'll revisit this. I think just one more coat. We'll do the trick for this particular mold. So there we go.